So I was playing an Xbox game recently with a friend of mine, and the screen said, press X. I kind of froze, and my friend, who has only ever had an Xbox, said, dude, press X, come on. Douchebag has only ever had an Xbox. He does not understand. Let's take it back to Christmas 1991. Nintendo releases the Super Nintendo to the North American market and introduces a 4-button diamond on the right side of the controller with the letters A, B, Y, and X, with X at the top. It was more intuitive than Sega's Larry, Curly, and Moe bullshit, and had twice as many right-side buttons as the TurboGrafx-16. Clearly, they were onto something. And then, 4 years later, Sony threw their hat into the video game console market with an unsightly Galaxy-class starship called the PlayStation. The right side of the PlayStation controller had a 4-button diamond just like the Super Nintendo controller. Fortunately, Sony had the smart idea that instead of being labeled with letters, these buttons should be labeled with shapes. One of the shapes was also one of the letters used by Nintendo. But that was okay, right? As long as they were on the same button, no one would get confused. Sony did put the X button in the same position as the Super Nintendo, right? Wrong! Oh, but wait. 4 years later, Sega flipped a coin, and rather than landing on the good idea side, they released a new console called the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast controller, lo and behold, had a 4-button diamond on the right side and denoted them with the letters A, B, Y, and X. But guess what? Ostensibly as a big middle finger right up Nintendo's b-hole, they arranged them so that no one letter corresponded to Nintendo's original configuration. And the X wasn't in the same place as the PlayStation either! I'm not done! Then, in 2001, as if possessed by the dying soul of the Dreamcast, Microsoft released the Xbox with the Dreamcast's same Nintendo-defying layout. I mean, at least they were the same as something that came before them, but a year later the Dreamcast was discontinued. Irony. Oh, but wait. The same year, Nintendo released a new console called the GameCube and decided it would be fun to fuck with us some more and created a controller with the Y here and the X here. And yet, when they made the classic controller for the Wii, they put the X back here. Same deal with the Wii U gamepad. So, out of context, the phrase press X could mean here, 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 or here. So excuse me if it takes a second. Sorry, it's just these video game companies really know how to push my buttons, you know?